If you are looking to build credit, whether that's on the personal side or the business side, you have found the right video. In this video, I'm going to be covering the business credit trade line from CreditStrong. I did another video on the personal side. They have up to a $30,000 primary trade line on the personal side that you can use. They also have some revolving accounts that you can use on the personal side as well that go up to $10,000. So check that video out, but this video is mainly going to be for my business owners. So when you get to the CreditStrong website, what you want to do is just toggle over to the business side. Now, one of the reasons why I recommend CreditStrong is because they have been around for a while and they're not going to go anywhere, right? And they're a great way that you can essentially buy a primary trade line for both personal and business, and it's not a secured loan, meaning if you do like a pledge loan or a secured loan from a credit union and you do a $30,000 loan, you're going to need to have $30,000 sitting in your savings account versus CreditStrong. You can essentially pay them by a trade line that's a higher value, so you can add those higher valued comparable credit trade lines. And all that a credit trade line is a credit account. And there's two different types of credit accounts, which are revolving and installment. All right. The revolving are going to be your credit cards and the lines of credit, right? Very important to have similar accounts that show that you're able to manage your credit cards, revolving accounts, right? Then we have our installment side, mostly for loans. You have, any type of, loan where you've taken out an equipment loan, an auto loan, some sort of payment where you have to pay the same amount every single month until that is paid in full. And if you don't have any comparable credit, the banks aren't going to trust you. And this is a great way that you can add more comparable credit so the banks feel more confident lending to you. Let's just be honest. In this day and age, you really have to build a solid credit profile or else the banks are not going to mess with you. The business side starts at $5,000. It goes all the way up to $50,000. So this is a great way for you to add those higher limit comparable trade lines, especially if you are looking to get higher amounts of funding in the future. It works a little bit different than the personal side. You do have to go and see if you qualify because unfortunately they don't have this for every business out there in every area. But the great thing about it is if you are qualified, you can take advantage of this amazing opportunity to get some credit trade lines that are going to help you in the future get approved for other comparable credit. On the business side, this is going to report as a financial trade line. That's a very important thing because if you just fill up your business reports with a bunch of net 30s, it's not taken serious from banks. They are looking for financial trade lines. What have you had from a financial institution that you have shown that you can manage and pay on time? And it's extremely important on the business side for you to pay on time, not just like the personal side where you have a 30-day window before they report you late. No, you need to get into the habit of paying early on the business side, not even on the due date, but 5 days prior to the due date, 5 business days, in fact, because even if you are 1 day late on the business side, you're late. Unlike the personal side, you're going to have a late fee, but you're not going to be reported to the credit reporting agencies until you've gone past 30 days late, which is very different on the business side. So please take it serious, set up auto pay, and most importantly, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Leave me a comment below and get my free credit kit. It has a bunch of free information as far as personal credit, business credit, so much value in there. And if you are looking to sign up for CreditStrong, I kindly ask you to use the link below in my description because at no additional cost to you, it helps support my channel and they give me a few bucks. I know here's the number one question that you're probably going to ask is who do they report my business credit trade line to? And I wanted to verify from their website, they report to Equifax, PayNet, Experian, and SBFE. These are the main hitters. Dun & Bradstreet is not used by banks and financial institutions. Generally, they're great to have. It's good to establish that profile. But if you haven't noticed by now, a lot of banks and financial institutions ones are going to be looking at SBFE or Experian or both. A lot of them are members of the SBFE, and the way that SBFE works is you can actually see your SBFE vendor trade lines or, payment experiences on other credit bureaus like Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. So they'll be able to share that information and they'll see those on those reports at any rate, because the SBFE, their vendors are Experian, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and LexisNexis. So they share that information with them. And their members, because they are an association, are all of the financial banks and, loan companies out there that are in that business. We cannot get our SBFE reports because we as business owners are not members. But the great thing is you'll be able to see those business trade lines on your Experian. So if you have the annual Experian plan, which I highly recommend all business owners get, I believe it's like $199 for the year, but you'll be able to see your payment experiences on SBFE and your experience payment or trade lines on there as well. So, yep, they report to all 4 of those major business bureaus. Now, let's get back into the good stuff here. Now you can see here they start at $5,000, they go all the way up to $50,000. So if you wanted to do a $50,000 loan, then you have 2 payment options, either $1,000 or $2,000. Because let's be realistic here. If you plan to get a $50,000 loan, the payments are going to be $1,000 or more, right? Depending on the interest, depending on the terms, all that good stuff, right? Now you might say, well, I'm not going to just pay them $1,000 to get a trade line. No. This is to help you build a savings account. So this money actually goes into a savings account, and when you close it, and you can close it at any time without penalty, you're going to get all of your funds back. Very similar to like the personal side. So you can sign up for a 50-month term or a 25-month term. There is a one-time fee. Now, this is kind of where it might be like, okay, that's what I'm paying for. Yes, this is what you're paying for, but you're not paying an interest like you would on the personal side. So on the personal side, you don't have this bigger fee. However, you're paying interest on your savings. On the business side, you just pay this $999 fee. Essentially, you're just buying a trade line from them, but it's a $50,000 trade line. So it's well worth it because you're going to have the next few years to be able to leverage this as comparable credit. And if you keep this open longer, it's going to, of course, stay on your credit reports longer. So you'll see here that you've got that one-time fee. And again, if you wanted to cancel beforehand, you can cancel at any time. Once you cancel, the account balance will be updated to 0, which is very nice. And then you will just build that savings account and you'll get your money back when you close the account. You cannot withdraw early from the account, but the money will be secure for you and you'll get all of those funds back that you invested in. It's just really important that you commit to this and pay it on time, guys. You don't pay any interest, and you can kind of go over some of the small print here, some of the fine print, some of the important things that maybe I might not have mentioned, but this is pretty much it. This pretty much covers it. It's very simple. You build credit, you build savings. There's no interest. There is that one-time, fee of $999, but you can just consider that cost of doing business, because if you want higher limit trade line or higher limit credit, you're going to need to invest in those trade lines, and you're going to need multiple trade lines to show the banks that you can manage these higher amounts and that you can pay on time. Now, do you have to get $50K? Of course not. You got $25K options. You've got a $10K option. I would say on the business side, I would probably, not go any lower than $10,000, because usually business owners need higher amounts. And this is a great way to kind of show them that you have been able to manage those higher amounts with other financial institutions. CreditStrong will come across as Austin Capital, but the nice thing about the business side is you won't be able to see who that vendor or the supplier or the bank is. It doesn't say, right? But on the personal side, it comes across as Austin Capital. channel. And again, it's going to report as a financial services, which is all of the boxes that we want to make sure that are checked off before we buy a business trade line. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. You can always visit their website, but if you do plan to get a trade line on the business side, make sure to use my link because it helps support my channel and helps me create more videos like this that are going to help you build business credit, build personal credit, because if you build your profiles right, the funding will come. But where you're going to really struggle at is if you don't build up your credit profiles, or if you continue to have late payments on your credit profiles, or if you just don't manage your credit profiles after you get the funding. You know, this is really a game. Credit is a game, and you really have to learn how to play, and they want to see people that have played in this game long term because they're going to feel more confident in lending to them, right? So again, guys, my name is Credit Coach Nicole Scott. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and most importantly, join the credit community. If credit is of interest to you, you don't want to miss out. I'm having a sale right now, so join. There's a ton of different, video sections. These are different sections that are inside of the community, and all of them have a bunch of different videos and just straight value in here. We have a business credit side. There's a lot of different videos that are coming, and we have a business master class that we did that is just so much information that you guys don't want to miss out on it. So again, thank you. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you next time. Take care.